I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it. Like oh my God. Jump out that sofa. Let's get off.
I know that we'll have a ball if we get down and go out and just lose it all. I feel stressed out, I wanna let it go. Let's go way out, spaced out, and losing all control.
Fill up my cup. Mazel tov. Look at her dancing. Just take it off. Let's paint the town. We'll shut it down. Let's burn the roof.
And then we'll do it again.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And do it. And do it. Let's live it up and do it. And do it. And do it. Do it. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. 'Cause I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. I feel tonight's the night. Hey, let's live it up.
Let's live it up.
I got my money. Hey, let's spin it up. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it.
Smash it.
Like oh my God. Like oh my God. Jump out that sofa. Come on. Let's get off. Fill up my cup.
Drink.
Mazel tov. Look at her dancing.
Move it, move
Just
it.
take it off. Let's paint the town. Paint the town. We'll shut it down. Shut it down. Let's burn the roof.
And then we'll do it again.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And do it. And do it. Let's live it up and do it. And do it. And do it. Do it. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Here we come. Here we go. We gotta rock. Easy come. Easy go. Now we on top. Feel the shot. Body rock. Rock it. Don't stop. Round and round. Up and down. Around the clock. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Get with us. You know what we say. Party every day. Party every day. And I'm feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. I'm feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night.
All right, everybody, welcome to this wonderful Wednesday evening. I am Jennifer Ogilvy or Jennifer O. There's two facilitators who do Silk and Sonder socials. I'm Jennifer O, and the other one is Jennifer K. And I am coming to you from the Dallas, Texas area in a little suburb called Garland. And I am so glad you are here tonight. This by far has been my favorite coloring page in my journals. I just have had so much fun with it. So we're gonna spend the evening together, and before we get going, double check, make sure your chat is set to everyone. If it says host and panelist, then I will only see it along with Malika, who is manning our chat. So I'm going to ask her to come on camera and say, hey. There's another one of our fellow facilitators. She is in California, and I'm in Texas. So we've got about half of the United States, and the rest, you guys make up the rest of the country that we are all spending time together. So Malika will be manning our chat. If you have any questions for her tonight, feel free to just put it in the chat, and she can direct you to the right place, or maybe help you out with any queries you might have. I have been using Silk and Sonder for almost a year now. I moved here from the Gulf Coast region, Houston area, and we basically, my husband got laid off. We said we're not going to retire down here. We don't want to do hurricanes in our old age, so let's go ahead and relocate. We moved to this area to be close to my son about a year and a half ago. And I ended up taking early retirement from over 30 something years of being an early childhood educator. I started off as a kindergarten teacher, and then I became an administrator, and I, loved what I did, but it was time. And I thought, oh, when I retire, I'm going to have all this free time. And I ended up, nope, not getting anything done anymore, because I didn't have that structure in my life. And so that is where my wonderful journal has come in to my life, to make myself feel more productive, to hold myself accountable. And then I have all these bonuses, like the coloring page and putting pen to paper, really kind of figuring out what this next chapter looks like. And all the journal prompts and reflection that I've been able to do has been just this huge blessing in my life. And now I get to also spend time with you guys as a facilitator. So one of my favorite things, you would think that as an early childhood person, I would have been doing a lot of coloring and stuff over the years, but I ended up working and didn't really take time to relax. And so since I've become a facilitator, and we started doing these coloring socials, I've really educated myself on how critical this practice can be for you, for your rest and relaxation. I don't know if you guys have checked into Sonder Club today, but our affirmation is, I will reward myself with time to relax and unwind. So you guys are affirming in action tonight by being here, because coloring is so good for your brain. Your brain thinks you're actually in a meditative state when you are attending to a coloring page. It has so many good benefits about just helping us to kind of calm down and leave that busy, crazy day to itself and have that carved out time. You are automatically entered into self-care raffle tonight by being present. So we are so glad to have our little group tonight. I hope you guys win. Now, most of our socials, we really encourage chatting, but this one's a little bit different because you are being mindful and you are coloring. It's a little trickier to attend to that chat that can just move very quickly. So I am giving you full permission to just step back, ignore the chat if you want, and focus on your practice tonight. Now, that's not to say it's not shut down. If you want to visit, find out what people are using, coloring tools of choice, that's a great place to do that. But I want you to take this time for yourself tonight. So, I am super excited about this month's theme. Last month, I really struggled with learning about indulgence and what that meant in my life, but this is my jam, imagination. Let me tell you, being able to work in early childhood, I could leave a terribly, awful, boring meeting and just wander through preschool classrooms and enter children's worlds of imagination. And it was always so good to keep that good balance for what my days were looking like. And now I am a grandma of an almost 4-year old and a little baby. And let me tell you, he and I have regularly visited the moon. I also am a very good Tyrannosaurus, and I might get that Brontosaurus. Um, we hunt bears, we fly in rockets. So it's just so important that we all are very mindful about plugging imagination into our lives. There is a quote that I read that said, when you are really mature, you will again become childlike, and then your life will again become fun. You will enjoy it. Every bit of you will not be serious. A deep laughter will spread all over your life, and it will be more like a dance and less like business. So, imagination gives us the space to daydream and doodle and commit to something that lights you up inside. And I can't think of a better way than to spend some time looking at imagination. So, tonight, our we're going to do an imagination activity, and then I'm going to give you time to color. And at the end, we have an optional sharing time when I'm going to turn the screen off so that we can all share if we want. And you can show your progress and we can see each other's smiles. Sometimes it's nice just to see our fellow Sonder sisters. And again, that's totally optional. And then we will close. And at the very end, I will post the songs that I've chosen for us to listen to if you want to grab a screenshot of that with your telephone. All right. So we're going to kick off really quickly with an imagination activity just to kind of get your brain going. So if you'll turn to a notes page, or you can use that nice new little scratch pad section on the side of the journals now. And I want you to go with me and think of a rainbow, because I think they are, I mean, I know there's all the science behind it, but I think rainbows are like the closest thing we have to real magic. They appear like these beautiful, ghostly things in the sky just as the rain clears and the sun peeks out. And man, don't you just feel happy when you get the honor of seeing a rainbow in the sky? It's just got that built-in reminder that there's always something better to come. After a rainstorm, sometimes we get to see that rainbow. And so I've always imagined, what it would be like to really get that pot of gold at the end. So we're going to just take a quick moment to think about, what would you like to find at the end of your rainbow? Maybe it's a chance to go back in the past and to change something, or perhaps it's a dream you've never been brave enough to say out loud. Just think outside the box. If you want to share what would be at the end of your rainbow, feel free to do that in the chat. And I'm going to play a quick song while you guys answer that prompt. What is at the end of your rainbow?
high above the chimney top, that's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh why can't oh, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like a lemon drops, high above the chimney top, that's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, the dreams that you dare to, why, oh why can't
Oh, you guys shared some awesome things. There's some fun things, and then there's some things that are kind of melancholy that just warm our hearts. Those folks who have gone on before us, to be able to reconnect with them one more time. Thank you for tapping into your imagination, and it is time to get going on this coloring page. I want you to drop in the chat really quickly the first word that popped in your head when you saw this month's coloring page, because I was like, wow, it was just so much fun. It inspired our kickoff song tonight. By the Black Eyed Peas, because it's just, yes, whoosh, psychedelic, woo, celebration. I just loved seeing this page. And I will give you full disclosure, I couldn't stop coloring. So I've already done mine. I ended up just not being able to stop. So I'm so glad that you're here. I'm probably going to maybe color in that negative space, the part around it tonight, because I want to color with you, but I couldn't help myself. That's what happens when you're retired. You do have a little bit more time. Just as a reminder, when we come to these coloring socials, this is your meditative practice. This is your time. It does not have to look a certain way. You can color any way you want, inside the lines, outside of the lines, only black and white and gray. This is your time. And so you give yourself permission to just make this your own. It's all about the process through this practice. It's not about getting to an end product. It's about what happens to your brain and your body when you are giving yourself this time. That said, I'm going to start playing some songs and I will check back in with you guys. Enjoy this time that you are giving to yourself.
You won't believe it, and strange as it sounds, extraordinary magic follows you around, and the camera can't catch it. You won't see it in the mirror. If I say look behind you, you turn around, it disappears. But I see it, I see it, I swear I do. I see extraordinary magic in you. Out of thin like a burst of technicolor in a world of black and white. When my heart was locked inside a box, you reached inside, and now I see my future when I look into your eyes. I see it, I see it, I swear I do. I see extraordinary magic in you. I know that miracles happen. Who cares what they say? This love's nothing short of a miracle, happening over and over every day. So I'll keep my eyes open, awed and amazed, and if you start to doubt it, I'll remind you of the million ways I see it, I see it, I swear I do. I see extraordinary magic in you.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me. While I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear. Still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, wherever they be, dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear. Still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, wherever they be, dream a little dream of me. I
Oh,
see trees of green.
all right, guys. I'm going to pop in for just a few minutes, check on you, see how you're doing. If you need to give your fingers a little stretch out, feel free to do so. Um, I wanted to talk just a second about why it's so important for adults to have a childlike imagination. Um, Malika is going to drop the link to an article that I came across. She'll put that in the chat if you wanted to read it um, a little bit later. But basically, what it says is that, as we get older, our imagination just starts to decline. And so we as grown-ups can be very focused on tapping into our imagination because we get a lot of benefits from that. They're very similar to what happens when we're coloring. When you frequent or regularly use your imagination, you can enhance your memory. And of course, when our brains stay healthy, we tend to live longer. So that's a pretty good thing. It helps you to achieve your goals when you are plugged into imagination, because it fires your brain network, to really help focus attention when you have pressing things that you need to accomplish. It also increases your problem solving skills. And then it can also help you with self confidence. If that's something that you are working on, you can kind of diminish fear when you spend a lot of time in imagination scenarios. And then it will grow your empathy, helping you to understand how others may feel. We did a lot of that a few months ago when we talked about compassion, and then it will just relieve stress and improve the relationships in your life, when you can create ways of being imaginative with friends. For Christmas this year, I gave some of my best friends coloring books with colored pencils so that I could share with them this newfound love that I had. And I told them all, it's good for your brains. It's going to keep you around a lot longer. So anyway, just some takeaways to why it's important to tap in to your imagination regularly. I'm going to put some more music on, and I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Red roses too, I see them bloom for me, you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
I see skies of blue and clouds of white, bright blessed day, and the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. stars are born, they possess a gift or two. One of them is this: they have the power to make a wish come true. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, as dreamers do, fate is kind. She brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of their secret longing. Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. When you wish upon a star, your dream
All right, my friends, if you are comfortable, feel free to pop on and share either your progress or your smiles if you're comfortable. I said I did take your awesome words and I wrote them all around my champagne bottle. So thank you for doing that in the chat. Ooh, Katie girl, you're almost done. Look at aren't they wonderful this month? This has been my favorite. I don't know how they're ever going to top this picture. Y'all, they're gorgeous. I hope you're feeling good too. Thank you for sharing, everybody. All right, let me get back onto our screen. Hold on just a second. This is always that interesting part. Here we go. Okay. So thank you for sharing. And it's cool if you didn't feel like getting on camera. That's part of the night to of being with yourself and giving yourself the time to practice your coloring. Um, as you know, at the end, we always invite you to make sure you're part of the Sonder Club. If you're not, you can scan the QR codes that you see, depending on if you're Apple or Android, and that'll pop you right over to the app. Additionally, we say this, Silk and Sonder very much values your feedback. So you will be getting a survey via email, or you can scan that QR code that you're seeing with that big arrow pointing to it. If you have any suggestions about your time tonight, or if you have some other ideas that you would like Silk and Sonder to consider, for those of you who are longtime users, we had some neat changes to this January journal, and those ideas came from the Silk and Sonder family. So they're headquarters is very open to hearing you and what you want to see in your journals. Finally, there's my playlist for tonight. I share a Spotify account with my husband, so that's why I always just post these, because you don't want to go to the playlist that belongs to the Ogilvies. It's more fun just to click and make your own. But there's our songs that we listen to tonight. Thank you for the privilege of allowing me to come into your home, of sharing with Malika tonight in the chat, and for just spending time with your Sonder sisters. I hope that this hump day will lead to a good end of the week for you. And I will see you at the next social. Bye, you guys.
7A.
What number is this, Chip?
7A.
Okay, no, I mean, like, don't get excited, man. It's because I'm short, I know.
Oh, I could hide neath the wings of the bluebird as she sings. The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring, but it rings and I rise, wipe the sleep out of my eyes. My shaven razor's cold and it stings. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? You once thought of me as a white knight on his steed. Now you know how happy I can be. Oh, and our good time starts and ends without $1 to spend. But how much, baby, do Chill